everybody. Welcome to the episode of Hallmark Heartbeats, a podcast all about Hallmark movies. I am your host, Camille, and today I am joined by actress Stephanie Moore. She co-starred in A Tale of Love, this new Hallmark Channel movie with Brittany, Bristow, and Chris McNally. She played the villain, Rachel. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. So great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. For our listeners, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Stephanie Moore. I live in Toronto, and I'm really excited to be part of this project, Tale of Love, particularly because I get to play the villain. And my whole life, nobody has pegged me as the villain. But I have to say, there's a not nice girl inside me. So
it feels like the old adage, good girls finish last or whatever. I feel like it should change that to like we're sometimes boring.
Sometimes boring.
Because honestly, I said this on my interview with Brittany. I was like, most Hallmark villains like use that word graciously because most Hallmark movies have no villains, right? They usually have a redemption arc in the movie where they have a change of heart. You know, the businessman ends up not buying the business or tearing down the building, or the other woman realizes she's not the one, or you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Whereas you're just from beginning to end straight evil. there's no redemption arc for you at all.
Thank you to the writers. No, I think it was actually a really strong choice. And then what makes it more interesting is because you can't play evil, right? Because nobody really, even the most evil of us, don't think we're being evil. Right. So I had to kind of find the innocence in what she was also doing. Does that make sense? What, you're not buying that for a second, eh, Camille? Because the truth is she's just trying to do the right thing, and it just happens that, Bella's in the way. She's sort of insignificant. Ugh, I have to deal. It's kind of like tsetse flies or mosquitoes. It's like,
but it's a dog rescue. Come on.
But she's allergic. It's fair. She's allergic to dogs.
And you run a dog food company, even more.
Yeah, that was well done.
Oh my God, that was too funny. I have to say, like, when you got the script, what was your first thoughts of your character, Rachel?
It was, and I love doing this. It was seeing the goodness instead of the bad. And she comes from a business background. You have to understand this. So there's a nobility and a respect to running a business and doing it right. I mean, she does it well. So it's nothing personal. I mean, dogs are a great hobby for some people. You know what I mean? And so we can monetize that.
Oh my goodness. So you're business minded, an entrepreneur. You're like,
absolutely. Yeah. Now she's also there was a little bit of flirty. I mean, she likes JR,
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah,
she tried to take her shot with JR in the movie.
He was having none of it. What? You know what I think it is? I think this is just a woman who is this character is just she's somewhat entitled, right? And she hasn't failed. And so it doesn't even occur to her that she might fail with JR, even though there's a huge age gap and they're completely different types and it's all that stuff. So
I have to say though that your character is sneaky, and I noticed this in the second time that I saw the movie. JR and Bella kept asking you for an extension, right?
Right.
For like a 2-month extension.
Yeah.
And instead of like committing to a yes or a
That's
no,
right.
you're just going like,
I'll do it.
I'll talk to so-and-so, or I'll look at the process of doing it, or I'll think about it. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there going, she is sneaky.
Yeah, because she didn't say yes. There's a lot of ways to not say yes.
Yeah, without
Right?
saying no. And you
Exactly.
figured it out like perfectly. It's the same way with the journalist or whatever, it's the TV.
Yes, she was fun.
Reporter also was on your face, and you're like, yes, we love, Bella. We love Bella's rescue as you're pushing her out the door.
Right. That was a fun scene too. I love that one.
Oh my God. It was just like perfection in my opinion. But what was your favorite scene particularly to film?
Well, is it okay to love a scene because of what went wrong?
Yes.
I have a scene where JR and Bella are talking, and I walk. I come in because I've got money in my envelope.
Yeah.
For her, and I drive in. I drive because I've got this fancy little sports car.
Yeah.
And it's a standard, and I arrive on set, and nobody has asked if I could drive standard, and I did maybe 20 years ago for a couple of months, so they get me going on a little lesson, and honestly, I rock it, Camille. Like, it's like, wow, this comes back, and I'm driving this little thing for half an hour, and they're like, you're good to go. So then they bring me this very expensive, beautiful sports car, and I have to drive it, but it's almost, there's some precision driving. I have to hit my mark, and then I have to get out, and I have to talk to Bella and JR. And like immediately I park the car, I slam it, and I'm like, hey, JR, everybody. And then slowly the car rolls over toward the barn, and oh yeah, everybody is rushing, and I've got gaffers like pushing the car stop, and I've got the producers like this, and I think I did something really, really smart, and I went, like I just went.
How close did it like hit? But how close was it to like getting into an accident?
Oh, it was probably 4 more feet. But boy, oh boy. And then the producer, she's so lovely. She just comes by, and the writer, she just very casually lifts her sunglasses and looks to see if there's any damage. No one told me you had to use the emergency brake. Honest mistake.
Oh my God. Too bad that did not make it to the film. I would have.
I know, it's fun, honestly.
Oh my God. What kind of car was it?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you. All I know, it was gorgeous, and it's like so low to the ground, like so sporty. And I wish I knew what it was. I'll probably just have to, I haven't seen the footage, so I'll have to stop and figure out what it was. But just so low to the ground, and I have my huge heels, and I'm like getting out in my tight skirt, and it's like, I don't know what it was. Anyway, it's intact. Everything's fine. Didn't hit
not
any
a scratch.
But right behind me, it's like those old like Bugs Bunny in the background.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I missed out on a lot of the scenes with the dogs. Like, I missed out on any scenes with Jane. Yeah. I mean, I got some beautiful time with Chris and Brittany.
Yeah.
And but there are some I didn't get to play with the doggies, except for, because I also, even the time it was around, I was like, I don't do that, right? I don't do dogs. Yeah. So
what offset did you get to play with the doggies? Offset, like, off camera?
No, I played with, there was one scene where the doggie was around, but listen, that dog has to work, and there's so many people.
Yeah.
So unless you're working closely with the dog, you don't want to overwhelm it to introduce new people, like lighting and this, like there was no reason for me to get my nose in there. Yes, so no, I didn't play with those.
Oh. Yeah, the dogs are awesome. Are you a dog person?
I had a special dog. Which is why this movie clicked a little bit, because my dog is dead now, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
The one we had, thank you, was brought with my fiance, and my fiance used to train seeing eye dogs.
Oh.
Guide Dogs of America. So and he's very, very good. And we had this beautiful dog, Laker, who didn't make it to be you have to check all the boxes, and he's just had too much energy, and he was he was an alpha. So we got to keep Laker. And he was the most amazing dog, aside from stuff like you could put out all your snacks and appetizers that come, at one knee level, and he would just walk by and not touch any of them.
Yeah,
because he was just trained so well. He would sit, but then he had the most beautiful personality also. And then we would throw balls into the water, and he would dive, and he looked like a racehorse, or diving into the water. I guess maybe a swan, something just absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel you. First off, I love what you do. And I just think it's infectious, like everything about this, and your laugh and your enthusiasm for this. But I feel like you know a lot about these stories. Do you write?
I've had a lot of people tell me that I should, but
just you happen to know them so well, but you haven't written any. Yeah.
Who was your favorite like Disney villain, would you say? And do you see, like, because for me, Rachel, I compared her to Cruella de Vil.
Did you?
Yes.
Right.
Because of the dog situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But who would you compare Rachel to?
I think I love Ursula.
Ooh, yes.
And there's a certain joy to Ursula, which I think Rachel also has. It's exciting taking over the world, right?
I love Ursula too.
Yeah, so that's a great question. I should have posed that at the beginning, but I see that now. Yeah, I love her. Who else do you love?
Oh God, what's her name?
You know who I love? Who? Oh,
Maleficent was my other one.
Yes, I saw what you're. I like Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep.
She's so iconic. Like the entrance of her as a businesswoman, it's always like copied. But and also if you are a nice person, right?
I happen to be a very nice person. Yes.
So you're not. So I was joking with Brittany. I was like, you might need to get into witness protection program. or get a bodyguard after.
Is she that dislikable? Because you've seen it, I haven't.
No, I don't think that you're that dislikable. I think that people would have strong feelings.
Do you know why? And I'm going to credit the writing and also Brittany, because I think that the thing is, it's the disconnect, but it's how much the audience loves and empathizes with Brittany.
Yeah.
And the fact that the way I played it was I was a lack of awareness.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Brittany. I don't dislike Bella at all. No. She just doesn't matter. So she matters to the viewer, but not to me. And then I think you end up probably hating Rachel more for that disconnect.
That's what I was saying too with Brittany. I was like, how did you guys play out that she's light and fairy and then you come in as like evil kind of thing, that opposite, because I feel like you said, I feel like your character works because of your counterpoint, which was Bella, You
That's
know,
right.
she was just like, if Bella wasn't so endearing and loving and like, you know, whatever, so you wouldn't have been
That's right.
such a good,
Yeah.
bad person.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, she wouldn't be that endearing and loving without you either.
That's interesting. Yeah. We
So it's
foil
like
each
a
other.
yin
Yeah.
and yang kind
Yeah.
of thing. But yeah.
Yeah. And then when we would cut, I mean, she is who you, I mean, you know, she is on screen,
Yeah.
what she is in real life, the most
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah.
She also wears her heart on her sleeve,
Yeah.
the way I did when I was younger also. So she's so easy to talk to, and I feel we're sort of cut from the same cloth despite being on camera. And
Well, how is well, we've talked about your work with Brittany. How is it with Chris? You guys had fun? Did you guys have fun too?
Chris is, now I don't know him super well. Obviously, like Brittany knows him a lot more than I do, but he is so lovely and not an immediate nut to crack, right? He's definitely he holds back, and it might be he did it first anyway out of shyness, or maybe knowing his place. He doesn't take too much space. And then what you find out, you know, he lent me his sweater because I was cold, sort of thing. Or, you know what I mean, he showed me pictures of his dogs. Or he's a really beautiful person and really considered in his work. And he's good. I mean, he brought it when he came to set, you know, he brought his work to set. And so he was a very lovely person. I mean, I admire who he is and how he worked.
That's good. There's a lot of Chris McNally fans, especially with What Caused the Heart and stuff.
I betcha.
Are you a What Caused the Heart? Did you ever watch What Caused the Heart?
I've just started getting into all the Instagram Hallmark stuff, and he's all over everywhere. And I'm like, I gotta watch that thing now.
Oh yeah, he has a big fan base from that show. That's one thing that a lot of people are excited for anyway. And Brittany too. But I can't wait for everybody to see you, because I think you're the one that stands out in my opinion.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. That's nice to hear.
You know, it's do you have any future projects coming up?
No, now I'm sort of waiting. I've got one that's you can hit now. It's called The Hot Zone, which is a really cool show. Disney's National Geographic, actually. So it's about pandemics, and this one's about anthrax. So I play the wife of the lead, which is Tony Goldwyn. And
Scandal?
Yeah.
Tony Goldwyn. Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
I'm a Scandal fan.
Yeah. I'm in bed in curlers at one point, and he has to go, honey in the movie. Anyway, and then I'm writing, and would you believe, Christmas romance? That's what I'm writing. I've really gotten into these and developed a respect, and started disseminating them and figuring them out, and that's what's going on. So I'm doing some of that now.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see more projects. Shoot.
Yeah.
I wish you luck with all of them. So
thank you so much.
And thank you for coming in.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. And good luck to, enjoy the surf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.